The room was silent except for the rhythmic beeping of monitors. A shadowy figure stood before a vast screen displaying Earth from orbit, marred with fiery red scars, alien bombardments that turned once thriving cities into smoking craters. General Marcus Hayward, a seasoned commander with grizzled features and piercing eyes, broke the silence. "We've tried everything," he muttered, his voice weighed down with exhaustion. "Conventional armies, airstrikes, nukes. None of it matters. They're faster, stronger, smarter." Until now, a calm, assured voice interrupted. Colonel Evelyn Grant stepped into the room, her uniform crisp and demeanor unwavering. She was flanked by 6 soldiers in unassuming green fatigues. There was no fanfare, no polished armor, just the quiet confidence of people who had stared death in the face and walked away. "Green Berets?" Hayward asked, skeptical. Grant nodded. "If anyone can turn the tide, it's these men and women. They're not just soldiers. They're problem solvers, guerrilla warfare experts, and survivalists. And they've been preparing for this since the first contact." The world had barely adjusted to the arrival of the Zorthic, a hyper-advanced alien species. They weren't conquerors in the traditional sense. They didn't enslave humanity or plunder resources. Instead, they demanded surrender under the weight of superior technology. When humanity refused, they unleashed devastation. Entire nations fell within days. The Zorthic drones, biomechanical monstrosities with adaptive armor, neutralized every tactic Earth's militaries threw at them. Resistance seemed futile. In the chaos, Colonel Grant was given a clandestine mission to assemble an elite team that would operate outside the confines of traditional warfare. She selected veterans, survivalists, and strategists who thrived under impossible odds. Their mission was simple: find a weakness and exploit it. The Green Berets' first mission was a desperate gambit. They infiltrated a Zorthic outpost hidden deep in the Amazon rainforest. Unlike previous frontal assaults, this operation relied on stealth, sabotage, and raw ingenuity. Using camouflage that mimicked the jungle's natural patterns, they evaded the Zorthic's thermal sensors. Sergeant James Ghost Matthews led the reconnaissance team. With a steady hand, he placed a listening device near the Zorthic's command module. The team's linguist, Specialist Mia Chin, spent days decoding the alien language, piecing together fragments of intercepted communication. "They're not invincible," she finally said, her eyes lighting up with discovery. "Their drones rely on centralized control from these outposts. If we disrupt their signal, we can cripple their forces." Armed with this knowledge, the Green Berets launched a series of surgical strikes. They didn't just destroy, they misled. Planting false intel and hacking Zorthic systems, they made the aliens believe Earth's resistance was far more coordinated than it actually was. One night, deep in the Siberian tundra, the team executed their most daring plan yet, capturing a live Zorthic drone. It was a harrowing operation involving decoys, EMP grenades, and a brutal firefight. When the smoke cleared, the team had their prize. Back at their hidden base, the drone's secrets were unraveled. Specialist Chin discovered a subroutine in its code, a self-destruct mechanism triggered by specific frequencies. "We can weaponize this," she said, barely containing her excitement. With limited resources, the Green Berets built a makeshift transmitter capable of broadcasting the disabling frequency. But the Zorthic weren't idle. They'd tracked the Berets to their base in the Rocky Mountains, launching an all-out assault. "Hold the line," Grant ordered as drones swarmed the mountainside. The team fought with everything they had: rifles, explosives, even hand-to-hand combat. Ghost single-handedly took down 3 drones using nothing but a combat knife and his wits. Meanwhile, Chen worked frantically to activate the transmitter. Sparks flew as she bypassed damaged circuits. "Just a few more seconds," she muttered, sweat dripping onto her workstation. The transmitter roared to life, emitting a piercing hum. The effect was immediate. Drones froze mid-air, their lights flickering before they crashed to the ground. Across the globe, the Zorthic forces faltered, their once coordinated assault devolving into chaos. The Green Berets' actions didn't just turn the tide, they inspired humanity. Resistance groups worldwide rallied, using the disabling frequency to reclaim their cities. Within weeks, the Zorthic retreated, their invasion deemed too costly. In a quiet ceremony, General Hayward addressed the surviving Green Berets. "You've shown us what humanity is capable of," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "We owe our future to you." Colonel Grant stood at attention, her expression unreadable. "This isn't the end," she said softly. "The Zorthic will be back. And when they come, we'll be ready." As the team disbanded, each member carried the weight of their victory and the knowledge that the fight for Earth was far from over.